Hey, Phantom here, coming back at you with another video. I keep seeing s'more stuff everywhere, so I was looking around a bunch on Pinterest, as I usually do. And then once I got started looking, I couldn't decide what I wanted to make. So we're gonna make 3 different recipes today. I've said this before, but if you're new here, these are not my recipes. I browse around on the internet, I find the recipe, I make it and review it on the channel, and then I provide the link in the description below so you can go try the recipes for yourselves, should you choose to do so. So in this video, we're going to make a no-bake s'mores cheesecake, no-bake Golden Grahams s'mores bars. They're basically Golden Grahams Rice Krispie treats, but s'mores with Hershey chocolates in them. And finally, we're going to make a s'mores bark. I don't know if it's just me or not, but a lot of these recipes require fluff, and it does not taste the way it did when I was a kid. It is kind of flavorless, actually. So I was wondering if it's the kind of thing that would be better eaten with something else, like a fluff and peanut butter sandwich, or a fluff and Nutella even. My brother's probably like, oh, I'm probably gonna go do that right now. He likes Nutella and peanut butter sandwiches. So stick around for the review at the end of the video. I'll review according to my tastes, things I would change, things I would do differently next time, as well as what I thought of all the recipes together. What I will say right off the bat is that anything that requires you to use fluff, I would definitely replace with actual marshmallows or melt them down yourself. Anything that requires you to toast the marshmallows and use like marshmallows, I would highly recommend that, because the fluff was, as I said, kind of tasteless, and it didn't even add, I'm expecting to taste like marshmallow in the treats that we're making today. And sadly, in a few things, that was a flavor that was the most lacking, I felt. So stick around for the review, we'll go over it, and as a special bonus, we are also going to make a Bailey's S'mores cocktail today. So, got a special bonus 4th of July video. We're gonna make up for all the baking that I haven't been doing, and we're gonna make a couple of different things in here, all no bake. Although I did cheat to toast the marshmallows in the oven a little bit, but that can't count, can it? It's only like 5 minutes. I don't have a kitchen torch, so I had to make do with the things that I had. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your ghosts about me, tell your demons about me, tell your friends about me. All right, let's go.
Music's loud and I'm feeling alright. In slow motion, baby, it's just you and I. Yeah, the burn makes you feel so alive. I'm living the moment, so you can live it tonight. We're here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever. Here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever. Let the rhythm move us, yeah baby, take it too far. You're at the center of my attention, yeah you got me so lost. I love the way that you move, and how the lights keep up the groove. We're like in a movie, baby, but it's ending too soon. We're here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever. Here now, let's party together. Let's live like tonight is forever.
All right, time for the review. All right, so let's start with the cheesecake. It was very delicious as a cheesecake on its own. However, I know this ain't the Cheesecake Factory when I'm looking for recipes, but I am expecting to taste the marshmallows in the center of the cheesecake. And that flavor, unfortunately, did not come through as much. The author does specify on the recipe that you can use real marshmallows and toast them, and you also can use you can also toast the fluff, which I haven't tried like before adding it to the middle. So while understanding that this is a cheesecake and that it's going to taste like cheesecake, I still wanted to taste the marshmallow in that center, because when you think of a s'more, you have the graham crackers, the chocolate, and the marshmallow, which are the stars of the show. The chocolate was definitely delicious. I would only do one layer though. I wouldn't put the bottom layer on as well. And if I wanted to take this even a step higher, I would use magic shell instead of the chocolate ganache and see how that comes out. Everything was good in the cheesecake. Did it remind me of a s'more? No. I really liked the author's pictures with the marshmallows on top, so I decided to take a tray of marshmallows and broil them in the oven for 5 minutes. And then I kind of just watched them until they got brown. And then once I put that on top, that was the star of the show. It took this cake and like elevated it to s'more status, I would say. The graham cracker crust did not hold up very well. I had a very hard time cutting into this cake, even though it chilled. I like chilled it in the freezer a bunch too, just to make sure it was firm. And the center of the cake also sank quite a bit. When I made the no-bake animal cookie cheesecake last year, that stayed together pretty good. And it was like solid in the middle, which is what I feel a cheesecake should be. But I've also made no-bake cheesecakes from the store, and it was kind of like that consistency, but I could still cut into it. So I'm wondering if next time it would be better to whip the whipping cream in a chilled bowl, then fold it into the mixture, or fold in some sort of like Cool Whip or something with the toasted marshmallows. There was a lot of changes I would make to this cheesecake for my personal preferences. It was very delicious though on its own, and the center tasted very good. The center actually tasted like vanilla ice cream with the powdered sugar and the vanilla bean. So I would definitely recommend trying this as it is first. But I would also definitely recommend doing the toasted marshmallows on top, because that was just like chef's kiss. So yeah, not bad. And maybe to prevent the crust from crumbling so much, because I didn't feel like using a food processor, but I've made and crushed crumbs in the past just using the rolling pin method, where you roll it in a plastic bag, and I can get pretty sandy that way, and I haven't really run into any issues with that. If you want a more stable crust, some people suggest online baking it for a little while at first. I don't know if it was like 10 minutes or whatever, but I would definitely look into that. Not only for this recipe, but for the others as well, I recommend using Hershey's chocolate, because whenever I think of a s'more, I think of Hershey's chocolate bars. But yeah, that's it. Very tasty. I still enjoyed having a slice for dessert. Just kind of that's kind of my personal take on it, and I'm always thinking about how I can elevate recipes and tailor them to meet my tastes. So let's talk about the s'mores bark. The milk chocolate chips completely took over any other flavor you possibly could have got in this bark. I would recommend using higher quality chocolate for making barks. I've actually attempted to make bark on the channel quite a few times, but nothing made it up. It seems like it's the easiest thing, right? But I don't know, for some reason I just can't get it right. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying either. I have yet to figure it out. Yeah, use better quality chocolate, like Ghirardelli's chocolate chips, something better. Again, with the fluff, I could not taste the marshmallow flavor that they were going for. Very disappointed in the fluff today. I saw that they mixed the fluff with the white chocolate, and I was like, oh my god, that's genius. But I didn't taste it. And I think that's because the milk chocolate chips just took the whole thing over. All I tasted was like milk chocolate and the Golden Grams a little bit. FYI, the Golden Grams go stale mad fast, I learned. So even if you put it in a sealed container or in even a sealed plastic bag, this Spark recipe along with the Marshmallow Golden Graham bars didn't last very long. So this is gonna have to be like a day or the night of kind of a deal if you're gonna use Golden Grahams on top. The chocolate though should stay good for a while. Again, I would do a tray of marshmallows like I did, toast them in the oven, and then throw that in with the white chocolate, and do a little bit more white chocolate than what's specified. Do like half of a cup, and then try it out. And then you'll have the marshmallows that go on top, and also the Golden Grams. Those are the things that I would change. I would even use Hershey chocolate and melt that down for the base. I don't know, I think Hershey's makes chocolate chips, so I would try that next time. Lucky enough, this is a very customizable thing you could do. You can definitely tailor it to your taste. Just don't expect it to last that long with the Golden Grams, because for me, 2 days I think is all I was able to get out of it, and I'm not going to eat all that bark right away, so just keep that in mind. If anybody knows something that you can use other than Golden Grams that would kind of make it last a bit longer, maybe let me know. But the Golden Grams are very good. I was kind of snacking on them just by themselves, so it's kind of disappointing. So yeah, that was a bummer with the bark, but that's on me for not getting the right chocolate. Okay, let's move on to the, I don't know, I still don't know what they're called, the Golden Grams Rice Krispie treats. This was my favorite recipe out of the 3. Absolutely delicious. They have about a 3-day shelf life, I'd say, outside the fridge. This recipe today reminded me most of a s'more, except in like a Rice Krispie treat form. And it was just delicious. I could see kids like absolutely gobbling this up. I still don't have this quite down, even with making Rice Krispie treats, the pressing it in the pan part. So mine always get kind of like thick. I was gonna use salted butter because when I was taking a bite with just the marshmallow and the Golden Grams, it felt like it needed a little bit more salt than just the pinch of salt in there. But when you get that with like a piece of chocolate from the Hershey bars, then it kind of makes up for it, if that makes sense. I think chocolate does have a little bit of salt in it. I don't remember for sure. But once you get the marshmallow, the Golden Graham, and like the chocolate all in one bite, that is legit like Rice Krispie treat s'more. So of the 3 recipes, this one was the one that was like, okay, this is what I'm eating. Like, this is what it's supposed to be. So I might try using salted butter next time and then just not doing the pinch of salt. And then maybe the marshmallow, because you're going to get bites without chocolate and marshmallow in it. So maybe those bites would be more like flavored, if that makes any sense. That's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. And if I don't see you by 4th of July, happy 4th of July weekend. Stay safe and happy, my friends. And I will see you next time.
chocolate. Yeah.